Welcome back, fourth graders. I hope you enjoyed reading chapter 5 as much as I did. And we sure learned a lot about the new character, Ebenezer. And even if the author didn't come right out and explain to us specifically what type of man Ebenezer is, I feel confident that there was enough clues in that text in chapter 5 to help you infer what type of character, what type of man you think Ebenezer is. So before we do that, I'm going to take just a few minutes to go over and show you what signposts I found in chapter 5. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm in Seesaw. I'm going to add a response. I use my sample student as an example. And here's our activity template. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video until I find my first signpost and get it highlighted, and then I will explain to you my line of thinking. Be right back. Okay, I found on slide 4 an aha moment. And let me just tell you a little bit about this before I start. Let's reread right here. The thought of Mr. Milshark finding her and taking her back to the orphanage made her palms sweaty and made her heart pound. Maybe she should leave. That's what she's suddenly figuring out or realizing or understanding. Mr. Milshark being here could really change things for her. So what I highlighted is maybe she should leave, but leaving would mean she'd have to start all over again. She was just getting settled. She would need to find some place to work. She'd need to find some place to sleep, some place to eat, and some place to hide. And so that's very upsetting to her. Okay, so that's why I labeled that an aha moment. Okay, I'm going to pause the video again until I find my next signpost. All right, I'm back with my next signpost, which I found on slide 7. So to give you a little bit of a background, I'm going to start reading right here. And it says, she wished Haywood could see her and Vern. Vern would have never let her get out of that wagon until she figured out the turns. Just like when he taught her to ride, he kept putting her back on freedom after each fall, saying, now this is the advice, the wise words, every time you fall, you learn something new about your horse. You learn what not to do next time. So that bit of advice that Vern gave Charlotte is helping her in the situation she's in now with Ebenezer. She is learning how to be a stagecoach driver and how to handle 6 in the hand, which is a very difficult and tricky skill. And so she keeps on messing up. But she remembers back when Vern gave her that advice, and remembering those words and how she learned to not only ride freedom, but be an expert at riding horses, that helps her push through this difficult time, learning this new skill. And so that's why I chose that to be a words of the wiser, because his advice followed her throughout her life, and she is applying those words now to learn this new skill. Okay, so next we are going to talk about what you are going to do. On slide 8 of this template, you are going to be using what you learned about Ebenezer so far to answer this question. You are going to be inferring character traits for Ebenezer. So you're going to answer this question. What kind of man is Ebenezer? And I think, like I said before, that there was enough information in chapter 5 for you to be able to infer what type of man Ebenezer is. So I'm going to give you a choice. So you can either use the text box and type a few sentences, or you can use the audio record button to record your thinking, or you can make a video of yourself answering this question. Okay, I'm excited to see what you come up with. Inferring is a super important skill, and it's great that we have these opportunities to practice. Okay, fourth graders, you've got this. Until next time.